The opposition held a protest at Jantar Mantar, hailing the suspension spree in Parliament as the death of democracy. I'm quoting the placards that we saw at the opposition protests. 146 MPs were suspended from Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha from the opposition camp for creating ruckus and disruption on the floor of the House. Speaking at the opposition rally at Jantar Mantar, interestingly, Rahul Gandhi blamed unemployment as the reason as to why certain youth took that means. In his words, he was talking about the security breach in Parliament. Ahead of 2024, the opposition that lacks consensus on some key political issues has decided to put up a united front on the ambiguous sentiment of saving democracy. Under this narrative are the subheads of price rise, corruption, rising unemployment, which according to the opposition are the real issues of the people. Arguably, these issues lack the political edge. They lack the precision that can engineer political victories. It seems that the opposition is unlikely to decide on the question of leadership before 2024 general elections. Will Janta Janardhan buy into this narrative coming in from the opposition in 2024? Is this really enough to defeat the election juggernaut of the BJP? Our focus on brass tacks tonight.
What example are we setting to 1.4 billion people?
Protest against the central government and the suspension of the over 140 MPs from Parliament in the session. They are saying that it's the murder of democracy.
जब लोगों ने सवाल जिन एमपी ने सवाल उठाया उन सबको एक एक करके निलंबित कर दिया गया।
इसीलिए ये जो युवा थे जिन्होंने सिक्योरिटी ब्रीच जरूर की, वो भी आपकी गलती है, इसलिए वो पार्लियामेंट हाउस में कूद कर आए। ये भावना हिंदुस्तान के हर युवा के दिल में है।
They wanted to play politics with it. They just wanted to stand outside the parliament building, do mimicry about Vice President of India.
It is unfortunate the way Rahul Gandhi, where he himself claims himself as a prime ministerial candidate of the Congress party. कैसा बर्ताव करना है ऐसी परिस्थिति में, इसके बारे में थोड़ा सोच तो चाहिए।
The entire narrative that democracy is dead, we have heard that enough, but is that really enough for the opposition to engineer a victory in the 2024 elections? Our focus on brass tacks tonight.
Hello, Moto.
All right, let's begin with this debate. We have some formidable speakers joining us on brass tacks tonight. Shehzad Poonawala, the national spokesperson of the BJP. Dr. Shama Mohammed, the national spokesperson of the Congress party. Mr. A. Sarvanan, the DMK spokesperson. And Mr. Tushar Gupta, who's a political analyst. For the benefit of our viewers, we'll try and keep the time equally divided between all the speakers so we can hear all the sides. Please avoid speaking over each other so that we have the opportunity to listen to your arguments. Shehzad, open the debate for us. Democracy is dead. Unprecedented number of MPs were suspended from the parliament. They were not allowed to raise the issues of people on the floor of the House. Rahul Gandhi also argued today that unemployment is one of the key reasons why you saw certain young people doing the security breach or indulging into a security breach in Indian Parliament.
Since 2014, democracy has been dying and reviving itself every 2 weeks, Anusha. Whenever they win an election, when they win a court case, that time democracy is fine and kicking. When they lose an election, when they lose a court case, EVMs are bad, courts are bad, democracy is dead, they go on to foreign soil. And who's preaching about democracy? By the way, the person who amended the First Amendment and got a curbs on free speech, put Majrooh Sultanpuri in jail, imposed emergency, imposed censorship, made Supreme Court crawl, thereafter banned Kishore Kumar on AIR, got 66A, press bill, anti-defamation bill. They are talking about democracy. They are talking about free speech. Or TMC, the same TMC, by the way, arrested a journalist for reporting on illicit liquor, put 50 odd people in jail over memes, etc. One person went to jail for 11 years, and after that, they are the ones who led 50 people to be killed during the Panchayati elections. Or the DMK, who, by the way, first post is run by CNN News 18, its prominent journalist Abhijit Majumdar has been hounded by the DMK. The police has reached his house for writing an article on Udayanidhi Stalin, questioning and saying that Sanatan should be eradicated. They are preaching about democracy. Now let's come to the suspension issue. The fundamental issue is that it is not the suspension but the indiscipline that is actually responsible. This is record indiscipline. The moment TMC leaders started creating a hullabaloo, Congress felt, why should we be left out? And from that time onwards, there's a competition between all of them that who can be suspended more. And in all of that, instead of having remorse for their actions inside the house, they go and mock the OBC vice president, and they actually body shame and posture shame him. Have they apologized for it? And when they say that the issue is fundamentally about the breach in parliament, then who is it that is saying that it is because of Berozgari? If it is a fundamental issue, if it is an important issue, why are you giving them a cover fire saying it's Berozgari? Sanjay Raut says ke bhule bhatke naujawan hai. Somebody else gives another protection to them. Is it because the nexus between the Congress party with Neelam Azad, with Lalit Jha has emerged, and therefore they are giving a Sauraksha Kavach to all these people? 2001 Parliament attacker Afzal Guru was also defended by Congress, and 2023 Parliament attackers are also being defended by the Congress. Otherwise, they should say what is their stand on Rahul Gandhi's statement saying that Berozgari is responsible for this. So tomorrow, if you are Berozgar, in Rajasthan it was 20% unemployment. Should they have gone into the assembly?
Okay.
This is the hypocrisy of the Congress party.
All right. I believe Dr. Shama Mohammed is back with us on the broadcast. Dr. Shama Mohammed, I know some part of the arguments that were made by the BJP, you couldn't hear some of them, but you were disconnected. But largely the question that I asked of BJP is on the statement that was made by Rahul Gandhi. BJP argues that if you look at Indian political history post-independence, there are multiple constitutional changes, political changes that were in fact brought in by the Congress party, which were not so democratic in nature, to say the very least. Dr. Shama Mohammed.
So Narendra Modi came out saying that we are a party for the difference. Whenever anything happens, they go back to 50 years, 40 years. Democracy has evolved. They must be really stupid to go back in time. They have to understand we are living at the present. What is happening at present? What is happening after 2014? The opposition is questioned every time. Now, in the history of India, 146 members of parliament have never been suspended. Why were they suspended? We had a huge breach of security in our parliament. Can you imagine if that canister was not just a canister but a bomb? What would have happened? Members of parliament would have died today. We already had a breach in 2001. Along with it, on December 6th, Panoon sitting in America threatened and says, you know what, I'm going to attack on December 13th or before that, the Indian Parliament. The Delhi police knew, the Delhi intelligence knew, RAW knew, everybody knew. So my question today is that when this was known, Delhi police was ready with it, they were doing all the things, you know, to check security breach. How was the security breach done? Who is accountable? After 2014, whether it's Pulwama or any attack, there is no accountability from this government. We want accountability. The Home Minister of India should come to Parliament and talk to the parliamentarians as well as Indians. You see, when Parliament can be attacked, the whole of India can be attacked. You know, let's not forget in 2001, it was also the J&K Assembly which was attacked. So everything happens during the time of the Bharatiya Janata Party, and we just asked a simple statement from the Home Minister, and I think it's the right of the opposition. But the Home Minister does not want to speak in Parliament. The Prime Minister does not want to speak in Parliament. But they go outside and speak. What is wrong in speaking in Parliament? I have not finished. You gave him a lot of time. So when we are speaking, on top of that, let's understand that Brij Bhushan Sharan Singh is in Parliament today, a molester, where Delhi police has clearly said that these charges are serious. The molester rapist is sitting in Parliament. Wait, let me finish. You did not interrupt him. Don't interrupt me. Otherwise, I'll leave the channel. The other thing is, you have Ramesh Biduri.
Ma'am, I gave Shehzad Poonawala 2 minutes 7 seconds. I have given you exactly the same time. I have a stop clock exactly to avoid this.
I want last point.
Please go ahead.
Ramesh Biduri is still in Parliament. He called another parliamentarian an Atangwadi. He's still in Parliament. We want to know, why is Pratap Simha not expelled or suspended? Where is he?
You've
So you
spoken
suspend
on your
146
turn.
members of parliament, but the one who gave it is still in parliament, who gave the pass.
I
We want to have
will
answers
give
to
1
these.
minute
We
extra to
want
Shehzad Poonawalla
accountability.
to rebut that point that you've raised. Shehzad, please go ahead.
Let me address this. First of all, I was not speaking
I'm
about
sorry,
history.
this is not 1 minute extra.
I have a stop clock, ma'am, just to avoid this kind of, small discussion which is not relevant to
Yeah,
our
but that is
issues.
pro-BJP stop clock. I'm sorry to say
Ma'am,
that.
this is not exactly the kind of substantive debate we want to have at 9 p.m. tonight. Let's come to the facts of the debate. Shehzad, please go ahead.
First of all, I was not delving into history. I was just showing the hypocrisy of the Congress. Let me show some more examples. In Congress's Adhir Ranjan Chaudhary says that Trinamool Congress is suppressing democracy in West Bengal when 50 people are killed in panchayati elections. Congress's Mallikarjun Kharge says that Aam Aadmi Party is suppressing democracy when Khera is arrested in Punjab. Congress's Kerala leaders say that Mr. Pinarayi Vijayan is suppressing democracy in Kerala when their leader is booked under cases. So now you tell me that if you are defending democracy, you are going with those people you accuse of killing democracy in various states. This is the hypocrisy, point number one. Point number two, in 1974, people actually entered with weapons, with daggers, with explosives. Not once, twice,
Can you
thrice.
speak on the
1984.
present, Shehzad
I did not
Poonawalla,
interrupt.
and not the past?
Shama,
We want
this
to
is
know
a
about
weak-
now.
One second.
Start
Dr. Shama
talking about
Mohammed,
now.
I'll come back to you. I'll give you your 2 minutes to respond. Right now, Shehzad
No, because
Poonawalla.
you're not stopping him.
I
So
have
want to
given him
respond.
2 minutes
Yes.
to speak and then I'll come to you for another 2 minutes for a response.
The audiences
Shehzad.
are intelligent enough to decipher who interrupts in parliament and who's interrupting here. 1974, 84, 94 people actually entered with weapons. At that point of time, no home minister or prime minister ever made a statement. I'll tell you the reason why. Anusha, because you are well versed with the law, the speaker is not just the custodian but the administrative head of parliamentary secretariat, and therefore if he has initiated an investigation, for the home minister to speak initially would be undermining that investigation. As far as Pratap Simha is concerned, we are saying that the investigating agencies will definitely investigate Pratap Simha also, how he was misled or he gave the pass, what circumstances. But you tell me, if it is so serious, why are you giving a clean chit by saying it's berozgari unka kaam?
All right.
Why has this clean chit been given?
All right, Dr. Shama Mohammed, your turn to speak. Please go ahead.
Can I come in? Yeah, so when they're putting UAPA on the 6 of them, that means there are terror charges. So terror charges on these 6 individuals. Who gave the pass? So what about the person who gave the pass? Why no UAPA on Pratap Simha? You know, nobody knows. But when it comes to Mahua Moitra, expel her quickly. She can't talk. But here when it comes to Ramesh Biduri, which has happened more than a month back, nothing happens. So if you are in the Bharatiya Janata Party, you're protected. If you're an Ajit Pawar, he keeps saying about us. So Ajit Pawar, 1 week before Ajit Pawar was made Deputy Chief Minister, the Prime Minister of India said, वो घोटाला में है, वो भ्रष्ट है. Then after he joins your party, he's not brushed anymore. उस दिन, I remember, Madhya Pradesh, the speech given by Narendra Modi, 70,000 crore का भ्रष्टाचार किया हुआ है उन्होंने. So when he came to the party, the भ्रष्टाचार is forgotten. So he keeps telling about us. We will tell you more, my dear. So tell me, where
I'm
is
not
Pratap
your
Simha
dear.
gone?
No.
Where is
Let's
Namocracy?
refer to each other as
You don't know.
parliamentary
I
terms.
haven't
I
interrupted
am
you.
offended
No,
by a
you can
female
just
panelist
say
calling me
and
my
you
dear.
tell people.
I'm not her dear.
Shehzad,
Let's get that on
Why is he
record.
interrupting?
No,
Why is
she
he
has no right to
interrupting?
address me this way.
Shehzad,
Let
you
him
speak
speak.
at
Why
your
is he
turn.
I take
Shehzad, you
objection
speak
to
at
this
your turn.
terminology.
Dr. Shama Mohammed right now. Dr. Shama
I do not
Mohammed
want to be
right
addressed as her dear.
Dr.
Please tell her
Shama
to address it
Mohammed,
to
right.
other people. I am not up for this.
now. All right, Dr. Shama
Let's make it
Mohammed,
very
please
clear.
go ahead.
I am not your dear.
The
Please address me in the
substance-
proper
Okay,
manner.
then maybe
If
you're
I
a
was to address a
donkey.
woman like this,
You're a donkey.
All right,
Are you a donkey?
We can't have these
Are you a
kind of words
donkey?
on national
Shall I address you
television.
as a donkey?
Ma'am, my
So
request
you
please
can
keep
refer
quiet
Rahul
then.
Gandhi
Let
as
me
your
speak.
dear or your donkey. I am
Why
neither.
don't you?
Shehzad, can
You are a donkey. That's what I know you as.
This is what they are
Dr.
up
Shama
to.
Keep
Mohammed,
quiet, otherwise I'll
Dr.
talk.
Shama Mohammed,
Okay, so
Dr.
keep
Shama
shut your
Mohammed,
mouth.
Dr. Shama Mohammed.
Yeah, your
It's
level is
turn.
even worse.
Dr. Shama Mohammed, it's
let
your
me
turn
speak.
to
Don't
speak.
interrupt.
Ma'am, please listen
Don't.
to
If
me.
he interrupts,
Can
then I will-
please
Yeah.
request you not to make those comments which are so personal in nature and can be derogatory on a public platform? My kind request to you. Let's speak on the substance of the issue, and you have
so
far
then
more
tell him to
important
shut
point.
his mouth.
Ma'am, we can't have this kind of language on national television, but please go ahead and make your point.
Okay, I've been called on national television, Madrasi and all those madrasa
That will
bread
never be
and all
on my
by the
show,
BJP.
ma'am. That
So
will
that time
never be
nobody
on my
stopped.
show. That will never be
Yeah.
on my show. I
So
will
let
never
me
allow
speak.
that. Please go ahead, ma'am.
Yeah, so what my point is, he keeps talking. So corruption, when it happens with their people, it is okay. You can join the party and you're not brushed anymore, including Narayan Rane.
Yes.
Their own members of parliament. Kirit Somai was going after Narayan Rane, but once the Narayan Rane joined the party, he's not brushed anymore. So
Okay.
we know what happens. In this particular case, just let's understand, it's a huge threat. What happened that day was huge, but no accountability from the present government. They don't want to even show where Pratap Simha. He didn't come to Parliament. Where is this man? 6 people, individuals, youngsters have UAPA. You know what UAPA is now with the new criminal laws, which they just passed without us. They passed the election.
I have to bring in other speakers also into the discussion. I'll come back to the Congress and the BJP.
And pass bills.
Mr. A. Saravanan and Tushar Gupta, gentlemen, you've been waiting very patiently, and thank you for that. Mr. Saravanan, to you first. There was a joint rally today by the opposition at Jantar Mantar, but there are various important questions that remain unanswered. On a lot of issues, there have been clear differences between you and the Congress party and various other members of the opposition camp. Is there really a united lot when it comes to opposition, or this is some kind of sentimental or notional alliance rally?
We are all opposition parties. We are all parties because we have different viewpoints on several aspects. But what is uniting us? The communalism of the BJP, the corruption of the BJP is uniting us. The way the BJP is ensuring that the common man suffers at the expense, at the behest of their cronies. You know how much money was waived off? 10 lakh crores was waived off to the corporates. And who's getting the cream of this money? The BJP through electoral bonds. They don't want to disclose who is paying money to them. See, transparency is the most important hallmark of any election, but electoral bonds are antithetical to the concept of transparency. That is the reason the people are, if you ask me, what is the issue? You have the BJP is saying that, 60 years, you know what has happened, this hypocrisy, that hypocrisy, all the hypocrisy. The common man is not worried about that. The common man is worried why the petrol and diesel prices are still high when the international crude oil prices are low.
Okay.
If you calculate at that cost, the petrol or diesel prices should be around 60 rupees. The LPG cylinder.
But sir, I have to ask you this. I'm sorry I'm interjecting you. You have 1 more minute to speak. But my interjection to you. Isn't it very recently that a sitting minister from your government has been convicted in a disproportionate assets case? And does it behove the government to really have a minister who was a sitting minister to be convicted in this manner? I'm talking about the moral capital of any political party to speak on this issue on a subject like this.
That's what. See, that's what. He has been convicted, yes, and he is going to appeal. But can the BJP have any moral high ground? They have an MLA who's been convicted for 25 years. For what? For raping. So what does it say about the BJP? Should the BJP also put in the dock? What about Brij Bhushan Singh? 5 Padma Awards have been returned. The biggest achievement, one of the other biggest achievement by this Modi government is this. And the Vice President says he's a proud Jat, and you have mimicked me, and you have insulted me. What about Sakshi Malik? What is she? Who is she? Is she not? Is this not the why? The question, will Mr. Sheshad Poonawala has the courage to answer this question?
I do.
Why are they safeguarding Brij Bhushan Singh? The Delhi police says,
Sir, this question, this entire discussion is not on Brij Bhushan Singh.
But
sir, this discussion,
because sir,
this issue, this discussion is not on Brij Bhushan. You have the right to raise that issue. You have a right to raise this issue.
This is the issue. This is playing on the common man's mind.
Let me address this because they keep bringing it up all the time.
Because the BJP, is that an inconvenient question?
No, it's not an inconvenient question.
It is not inconvenient.
I want to answer. Give me the
opportunity. I want to answer.
Mr. Saravanan, let's have the BJP answer that question head on to address your criticism.
I'll not finish my question.
I'll come back to you, sir. I'll come back to you.
You just wanted me to answer. Now let me
please go ahead. Shehzad, go ahead.
Saravanan, now don't interrupt me because I know you have a bad habit. So don't interrupt me. First of all, I like the look on your face when you were talking about transparency and you were asked about Pawan Modi and about Senthil Balaji. Having said that, now on Brij Bhushan, the Delhi police filed a case. The matter has gone to court. And whatever the court said has been done. How many cases filed against Veramuthu? You have actually shielded him. Chinmay, Shripada and other 17 women have made accusations on Veramuthu, and instead the Chief Minister goes and honors him and does not even allow an FIR to be registered. What is your stand on Nitish Kumar, who made the most disgusting statements on women? And what is your stand on Belagavi, what happened in Belagavi, and the High Court had to come down heavily? But that is not the issue today. The issue today is twofold. One issue is that, first of all, in UAP, if you believe the case is justified, then why is Rahul Gandhi defending those intruders by saying they are berozgar? And secondly, Ms. Shama Mohammed has shown the language she can use. This is the actions they did against Jagdeep Dhankar. You mimicked and mocked and posture shamed and body shamed a person of that stature. Do you have any remorse? We said Ramesh Bidudi was wrong.
One at a time.
We said, now do not interrupt Shama Mohammed. Wait your turn. Wait your turn.
1 second, 1 second. Shehzad, you make your point.
Let me make
Shehzad,
my
you
point.
make your point.
Let me make my point without
and then I'll go back to Mr. Saravanan. Yes, go
Anusha,
ahead.
on your show, I'm saying what Ramesh Bidudi said was wrong. In fact, Rajnath Singh took a stand in Parliament. We issued a show cause notice.
Okay.
Same thing was said to me on a channel by Aam Aadmi Party spokesperson that I am a Mujahideen. Forget that. I am saying that what is their stand on Rahul Gandhi, who allowed the mocking and the mimicry of
Saravanan, a quick rebuttal from you, and then to Mr. Tushar Gupta.
I'm coming here. See,
a minute to you. Yes.
Yes.
I'll come to you, Dr. Shama Mohammed. 1 second. Yes.
Yeah, anyone who is accused of a sexual assault, especially the athletes who got gold, would have been arrested. But what did the Delhi police go and say in the court? You do whatever you want.
One at a time. Mr. Saravanan, right now.
Was protected by your ally. When you are allying with the BJP, these allegations surfaced. When ADMK was an ally with the BJP, probably you had supported him. That is the reason. Go ask.
But Mr.
So you won't file an FIR, you will go and felicitate.
I am sure we are capable of making better arguments than what about you when it comes to sexual assault against women. Don't reel into this topic in this manner, at least not in front of me.
And
Don't
Nitish
reel
Kumar,
into
what
this
stand
topic
you
in
took on
this
Nitish
manner.
Kumar?
Yeah.
What stand you took on Nitish Kumar?
10 more seconds.
10 more seconds. 10 more seconds, Mr. Saravanan. Go ahead.
Yes. Did not the Prime Minister call Madam Renuka Chaudhary a Surpanaka?
No.
Did he
See,
not?
he has
Did
not.
the Prime
He has
Minister
not.
Mimic?
This is
Mimic
factually
inside the
incorrect.
Parliament? Not Madam Meera Kumari was mimicked by all the television. See, I have one question.
All right. I have to bring in Tushar Gupta into the discussion.
Tushar,
thank you for waiting patiently. You hear this heightened narrative. Can I please have Tushar Gupta? Tushar, what I find missing in this entire narrative, especially from the opposition, is lack of coherence and lack of sharp political points that can engineer electoral victories for them. It's a lot of noise. It makes great for television debates. But is it really something that they can take to town in the run-up to 2024? Tushar.
Look, Anusha, as a neutral observer of politics, the party spokesperson will have their stances. I can tell you what people think on the ground.
Yeah.
For them, unfortunately, the way the world is right now, the way it's transitioning, the way the global order is changing, people feel fortunate that there is a very stable government in the center, led by a party that has clarity on where they want to take the country. However, unfortunately, we have an opposition that for the last 9.5 years, almost 10 years now, has displayed utmost disregard for the parliamentary procedure, for the spirit of the constitution, or has failed to come up with any concrete ideas. They had the pandemic, they had the Russia-Ukraine war, they had several opportunities, Anusha, to come up with brilliant ideas, if not to assist the government, at least to present an alternate viewpoint. They failed to do it at all accounts. When the electoral victory happens, oh look, the Modi wave is over. When the electoral victory doesn't happen for them, oh, the EVMs are not functioning fine. Look at what happened in the last India Alliance meeting. They pass a resolution against the EVMs. Now, they have won in Telangana. No one in the BJP is questioning their victory. They won it fair and square. DMK is here. They have won Tamil Nadu. They have won the seats in Tamil Nadu in both 2014 and 19. At the peak of the wave, no one is questioning the EVMs. Congress won in Himachal Pradesh, in Karnataka. No one questioned the EVMs. So when they come out and question the EVMs, the people laugh it off. The serious voters do not take it the issue on face value. The opposition doesn't realize that. You have all the right. You have all the right to question the security breach that happened.
Right.
But cannot equal hooliganism. You can't be choking papers on the speaker. You can't be throwing books on the speaker.
Well, I believe those lines have been crossed, Tushar, as you argued. I have to go back to Dr. Shama Mohammed. Dr. Shama Mohammed, you had some points to make. Please go ahead.
Yes, people like Tushar Gupta who say they are neutral are the biggest political analyst pro-BJP sent by the Bharatiya Janata. So don't say your analyst. He says about paper throwing. Chor, Manmohan Singh chor hai. Sushma Swaraj, have you forgotten what happened in 2010, 2011, 2012? Parliament was not allowed to function.
One at a time. Dr. Shama Mohammed, then I'll go to Shahzad.
I did not interrupt. Keep
Yes,
quiet. Keep quiet.
Dr. Shama Mohammed, I will tell him that politely.
I'm not going to take all this
I
nonsense.
am going to tell him to let you speak at your turn.
And
please speak, ma'am, with due respect. Please go ahead.
Yeah, so when he knows what is paper throwing, is remember Sushma Swaraj and Arun Jaitley. I can go on with how they called Manmohan Singh chor. Then they are talking about the mimicking thing. When Mr. Manmohan Singh sitting there, Prime Minister of India, raincoat pehen ke shower kar raha hai. Who? Manmohan Singh. When Hamid Ansari is sitting at the speaker's chair, he's saying, Hamid Ansari's mind is very small. He goes only to the minority things. This is the Prime Minister of India speaking. Shameless Prime Minister of India. How dare he insult these people? Then Shahzad Puna speaks about corruption of the DMK. Who is the man convicted of corruption? Yedurappa. Yedurappa was convicted. He left
of corruption. What is this nonsense?
I'll come to you.
He was convicted of corruption. He was convicted of corruption. Shahzad, shut your mouth. All right. This is not a BJP. You can rule me. Shut your mouth. Shut your mouth.
Can we please have some civil language?
Understand
Dr.
that?
Shama Mohammed, I have not allowed anybody to speak at your turn.
Here. Ask him to shut your mouth. Yeah, so he's caught talking again. If he talks once more, say shut your bloody mouth. Next time will be
not the
bloody
kind of
mouth.
language I am going to allow
Understood.
on a 9 p.m.
So
show.
don't
Dr.
think you
Shama
can-
Mohammed, I request
Yeah, then ask him
you
to
to
shut his
kindly
mouth.
exercise restraint in your language. That's not an acceptable language. I will not allow anybody to speak that kind
Yeah,
of
so
language
then
for
tell
you
that-
and
tell
neither
that
for
fellow to keep
Shahzadia.
quiet.
No, but he's
Tell
not
that fellow
speaking
to
right
keep
now.
quiet.
Please go ahead. You make your point.
Because he keeps interrupting.
No,
He
he's
keeps
not interrupting
You're
you. Go
sitting
ahead
there
and
next
make
to
your
him.
point.
Why don't you lower his volume?
Ma'am, please go ahead and make your point.
So when we talk about, and the unemployment rate in this country is 10%. You have everything. The berozgari has gone up, mehengai has gone up, everything. But the guy who's sitting there as the political answer, everything is hunky-dory in this place. You have a Manipur where they are burying bodies. And where is the Prime Minister of India? Till now, more than 6 months, he has not stepped into Manipur. Women have been raped. They are burying bodies. Manipur is still not settled the violence. Where is the Prime Minister of India? He doesn't care.
2 minutes, 30 seconds to you talking about the time that has been allotted to you. Similar time to the BJP. Shahzad, please go ahead.
Anusha, I'll give my 2 minutes to Shama Mohammed. I'll just speak for 30 seconds. If Yediyurappa ji has been convicted, I will leave politics. I'm announcing this on a show. If not, he will leave. And secondly,
Thank
it was
God.
said, one second, Anusha.
Please, we want
Anusha,
you
I'm
to
only taking 30
at least let him
seconds.
finish 30 seconds.
I'm giving my 2 minutes to her then.
Yes, go ahead.
Anusha, also the DMK spokesperson said that Prime Minister called Renuka Chaudhary Surpanakha in Parliament. I'll play the exchange out. Please hear.
So why don't you just paraphrase it for us?
Please. Because I'm showing you the proof. Okay, Anusha, one second. Okay,
It's not audible
I'll
to the
paraphrase
viewers.
it.
Just paraphrase it. Make the point quickly.
So I hope you'll
Please.
please don't allow her to interrupt in my time.
I will not allow her to interrupt you.
Let me again tell the audiences. I have the video. Anusha is telling me to paraphrase. Prime Minister said, सभापति जी रेणुका जी को मत रोकिए, पहली बार ऐसी हंसी रामायण के बाद सुनाई दे रही है. You could have thought many characters from Ramayana. You thought Surpanakha. You have made Renuka Chaudhary Surpanakha. I am saying this and Yediyurappa ji's conviction issue. If I am wrong, I will quit right now. Now take my 2 minutes and tell her to prove where Yediyurappa is convicted.
Dr. Shama
If she
Mohammed,
cannot prove it, one second. If she cannot prove it,
convicted.
she has to apologize and she has to tell us why they lied. They lied about things in Parliament. They lie about Manipur. They lie about all the issues, and she's not apologizing for what they did to Jagdeep
Lie
Dhankar.
about Manipur? What?
No, don't let her change the goalpost.
What is
Conviction.
Manipur? What is the lies of
Conviction.
Manipur? Everybody knows.
I've given her my time for that.
You told me I lied about Manipur.
I've given my time to prove it.
I lied about Manipur. What is the lie
don't
about
change the
Manipur?
goalpost.
What is the lie about Manipur? Did the Prime
Conviction
Minister?
of
You only
Yediyurappa.
just now said she lied about Manipur.
Don't
I'm
give
not
her my
changing the
time.
goalpost. He said I lied about Manipur.
there are two
Tell me about
points.
Manipur.
There are two
Tell me about
points.
Tell me about Manipur. Let's talk about Manipur.
There are 2 points.
No, I want to talk
Dr.
to
Shama
about
Mohammed,
Manipur.
Dr. Shama
Where is the
Mohammed,
Pradhan Mantri?
Dr. Shama Mohammed, there are 2 points that the BJP spokesperson raised. One pertains to Mr. Yediyurappa. The second pertains to Manipur. I will take your point to Manipur, to the BJP spokesperson.
Absolutely.
Why don't you speak about the point that he raised on Mr. Yediyurappa?
Where has he been convicted?
One second, Shehzad. One second. Go ahead.
conviction
Dr. Shama Mohammed.
Yediyurappa has been convicted. He has been convicted. He was in jail, and I'm not going to change my statement. Manipur, the
Is
Prime
she
Minister
serious?
stands with rapists. He's standing with Brij Bhushan Sharan Singh today. He stands with Brij Bhushan Sharan. Have you expelled your MLA who's gone to 25 years in jail in UP?
That's shifting
Have you
goalposts
expelled him or
slightly.
not? Another
Where
one,
has
Manipur.
Yediyurappa
You
been
stand with
convicted?
rapists.
We were talking
You
about
stand
Manipur.
with Kuldeep Singh
We were
Sengar.
talking about
You stood with
Manipur. That's what
Kuldeep
you
Singh
wanted to.
Sengar. Tell me about Manipur. Tell me about
Conviction
Manipur.
of
I want to know
Yediyurappa
about
is the
Manipur.
issue.
Tell me, where is the Prime Minister? Oh, tell me. I told you he's convicted. I want to know about Manipur. You answer my question. Who are you to be putting on the break? You answer about Manipur
if
today.
you allowed
Ask-
him to speak, I will ask that question to him. Shehzad, there is a pointed question that has been asked to BJP about Manipur.
Okay.
The human rights atrocities and the
Yes,
kind of
let me
sufferings
answer
that
that.
we have seen. Please
Let me
answer that
answer
question head on.
You know, Anusha, they wanted a discussion on Manipur. They said Rule 267 should be the discussion. We said, okay, let's have the discussion. They said Prime Minister should speak. In 267, Prime Minister cannot open the debate. We said, please allow this 267 discussion. They did not allow it. Then they went on a dharna inside Parliament and they allowed the discussion on Delhi Services Bill. And then they brought no confidence motion. And when Prime Minister and Home Minister spoke, they ran away from the House. And this they have been doing from 2019 onwards. They say discussion on महंगाई, they go to Rafale. Rafale निकल गया, तो go to COVID. COVID पे discussion करो, तो they go to Pegasus. Pegasus पे discussion करो, तो when the Supreme Court order comes, then they go to Hindenburg. Hindenburg पे आ गया फैसला, तो they go to BBC documentary. They keep changing the goalposts. And again I ask, where has Yediyurappa been convicted? She is the national spokesperson. If she can't prove it, she must quit politics for lying.
I think I'll leave
Has
that point
Yediyurappa
there.
been convicted? Anusha, you follow law.
Yediyurappa has
You
been
tell me, has he been
convicted.
convicted?
Yediyurappa-
Has
I want
Yediyurappa
to
been
ask him,
convicted?
why
Take
is
a
the Prime
stand and
Minister
tell the
not gone
truth.
to Manipur? Why has the Manipur to?
Ma'am,
Why has the
ma'am,
Prime
that's
Minister
all
not
the
gone to
time that I
Manipur?
have.
You
That's
take a
all the
stand
time
today
that
and
I
leave
have.
politics.
But when it comes to Mr. Yediyurappa, I think there is a factual position that is stated in law and anybody can open up the internet and read that for themselves. But I thank the formidable speakers for joining us on the broadcast.